Welcome to Rega Achievers Educational Limited, presenting Royal Tutors, your trusted support for brain friendly and impact learning. Today, we'll be looking at understanding how writers use setting, the choice of setting, setting and atmosphere, setting and characterization, setting and symbol that make English language less stressful and more fun. Let's dive in and unlock your child's potential one step at a time. How do you understand how writers use setting? Setting refers to the story world. It is the place and time period that a piece of writing is set. For example, the story of Mice and Men is set in California in the 1930s. Setting can also refer to the time of day or a particular time of year. For example, A Christmas Carol is set on Christmas Eve and mainly takes place over the evening and the night. The weather is also relevant to our understanding of setting. For example, at the start of the play Romeo and Juliet by Shakespeare, Shakespeare wants the audience to understand that the weather is hot, which perhaps helps provoke the violence on the streets. The choice of setting. As a reader, think about why the writer has chosen this setting. It is a decision that is made in the early planning stage of a story. Remember, the setting is not an accident, it is a deliberate choice. You could also think about how the writer uses language to create their setting. Setting often focuses on where and when, but it's also important to look at why and how. For example, why do you think Shakespeare chose to set his play Romeo and Juliet in Italy? How does Shakespeare show the audience that the story is set in Italy? Now we dive into setting and atmosphere, setting and characterization, and setting and symbol. Setting and atmosphere. The atmosphere is the mood and tone of the story, how the story feels to the reader. For example, in the novel Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte rather, the setting of the isolated wind-swept farmhouse adds to the atmosphere of tension and drama. Setting and theme. The themes of a story are the big ideas. Beyond the main event and plot, the setting can create and reflect the themes of a story. Setting and characterization. A writer may use the setting to reveal more of the character to the reader. For example, a story about a teenager struggling with friendships and their own identity could have a school setting. Setting and symbol. A symbol can be an object, place, or thing that represents something else. A setting can sometimes function as a symbol in a piece of fiction. For example, in Noughts and Crosses, the beach where the two main characters meet symbolizes freedom. The physical setting of the beach has a wider significance in the story, as it's one of the only places the characters can be themselves. Here is the question I want you to answer that will make me know that you've understood what I've taught you today. Put your response in the comment section. Thank you.